This week, we talked about storytelling and uncovering really what is a story and how do you tell it. In particular, I want to really keep this as concise as possible, but what really resonated with me, the key takeaway that I'm not going to escape from, is this idea that when you're telling a story, no matter whether it's long form or as simple as a subject line, that you need to understand that the two sides of the brain that make a decision on whether or not they're going to accept or be part of or welcome this story is, on the one hand, you have this emotional connection, so that you go, yes, this relates to me. This has an impact on me. It's meaningful. It's relatable. It's specific to my world that I'm in today. But then, in addition to that meaningful story, you also need to have some sort of analytical answer, so statistic, numbers, percentages, etc. Something that says, look, we've done the research, we've done the homework, and not only is this emotional thing real and true and relatable, but it's backed up by information. And I think that the combination of two of those really is very strong to me. And I think that when you're composing anything, whether it's ad copy, long form blog post, or an email subject line, or the body of an email, you need to find that emotional connection, back it up with information that works, and then you'll see results, right? My only, I guess, warning with that is to make sure that you fulfill the promise. So a lot of times I see emails that say something that's very clickable, really interesting, and it totally got me. But then once I clicked on it, the promise isn't fulfilled. If it's like something along the lines of like 80% of the global workforce is, are you leaving out 80% of your desk's workforce? That's compelling. It's like, holy crap, that's like talking directly to me. Did I do this? Did I miss out on most of the company when I'm reaching out to them? If I'm an internal communicator, did I do something wrong? Is all my effort only reaching 25 a quarter of my organization, and within that quarter is only 30% of the folks reading that, so that's 30% of a quarter of the entire organization. Okay, that gets my mind going, that gets all that going. But then in the message itself, I have to fulfill that promise. Why? What research? What are we telling? And how do I have that? How do I continue to have that impact so that they can personally connect to that actual to that subject line? So the idea of saying, like, are you missing out? It's like, here's what we've seen, and or maybe it's, here's what you need to do immediately in order to correct this problem. So yes, 80% of the global workforce is not in front of a desk. Maybe you've missed that ball, but here we have, don't worry, we have a solution for you, and we're going to talk about it. I don't know if it's something like, I'm not a huge fan of going right to product in a message, but I am a big fan of saying, we've seen this time and time again, and we've had a lot of success. And here's, like, so basically, the inside the actual message itself, you continue to overview the problem, and then you talk about the solution, then you highlight some key benefits, and then you have your call to action. The call to action might be sprinkled in a little bit earlier too, but that to me seems like a really nice way of, to use Simon Sinek, start with why. Why are we doing this? If I'm reading this message, why is it important to me? I don't care if you sell computers. I don't care if you sell software, but I do care if you have seen tactics that are going to prevent me from missing out three-fourths of my organization. That's interesting to me. And ooh, you have some real hard facts that can back that up. That's cool. That's what I want to do more. That's for this week. That's what really resonated with me, was telling that story, and keeping the analytical and the impactful, meaningful part, that connection, alive together. And you can apply it to copy, to subject lines, to emails, to long form blog posts, whatever it may be, videos, etc. That's it. Great.